Alrighty, so I'm Marley. Nice to meet you all. I'm here starting Marley's Mayhem here on YouTube because I just got my first leg surgery, which is great and all, and it's gonna get all healed up and stuff, but right now I'm stuck in bed, bored out of my mind, which is horrible. So I'm gonna do some reviews of games and whatever kind of thing for you guys to enjoy. Maybe make some stupid jokes, make fun of myself a little, you know, the usual thing. Anyways, today I'm going to do a little review of the Nintendo DS game, Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar. So, let's get this started. Alright, well here we are, so let's get started. Today I'm going to review the Harvest Moon game for the DS Grand Bazaar. Alright, let's clear my throat a little here because I sound a little horrible here, so here we are. We're using an emulator here, the No Cache GBA emulator, which is best known for playing DS games. The reason I'm using an emulator other than using my real DS, well, obviously so you guys can see it better. So, alright, I've already started a file here, so I'm gonna click continue, right? Click. Okay. So I'm gonna load the first file here. Gives me an option, load this game, yes. Press the A button. Catchy little music. Alright, so it's the third day here. I've already gotten through all that talking and stuff. So basically, the controls are very smooth to start out. We even have this little jumping feature here. Can't jump onto anything that I can see so far, of use anyway. But the controls, other than just going left and right or up and down, you can actually use, like, for example, the up and the side key and like kind of go diagonally upwards there. Or you can use the down and right key here and kind of go down like that. Well, basically a big difference between this and a lot of Harvest Moon games is the fact of that you can't just throw things into a shipping box anymore. You can't. You have to go sell things at this little bazaar or whatever. So basically the controls are very simple. To basically switch between your equip items, you press the R button and you can choose things using the A button. You press the B button to exit that menu. We have a little map menu down here, which makes things a lot simpler. So you can see I'm on this big square here, which is the field, obviously. And my house is up there. The graphics are relatively nice, but they basically seem like a minor upgrade from Harvest Moon Island of Happiness, if any of you have played that. The character models are very alike to it, but they seem to be trying a little too hard with the 3D. As you can see here, this tree seems to be twitching when I walk by it, which is kind of weird, because we don't want any tree dances going on here, because that's just kind of crazy, you know. So we're going to walk on past this twitchy tree here. We can pick up items with the B button as we pass by them if they give us that option, and put them away into our backpack using the Y button. So we're going to do that. Haven't gotten a fishing rod or anything yet, so we can't go fishing. So we're just going to go on by that area. Just exploring a little here. Okay, here's the character to talk to you. Socialize with other characters pressing the B button. Well, as we can see right here, the artwork is very nice. They seem to, the little pictures here even blink at you, which is a lot of detail put into it. That's good. You can see the little heart monitor, which is when you give the characters gifts, their affection will raise for you and they'll like you more, and the heart will change colors depending on how much affection they have for you. Well, they have this little laugh that they have going on here, which is a very nice improvement, as we can actually get an idea of the characters' voices in this game, where in other handheld Harvest Moon games we never hear their laughs or any little talking gestures. Here's another character here. Oh, we even have some sighs, too, not just laughs. That's cool. We got a lot of bits of voice acting in this. The environment seems to be very easy to explore. You can do just about anything. Seems to be like little places where you could fish if you want to. Tells me I could fish here if I had a fishing rod. And you interact with the environment with the B button, basically, to talk to people or to use your tools. Well, it seems like this area over here is blocked, so it's obvious that you get to kind of interact with that part of the environment by, like, eventually smashing that up, I guess. You can see little details like a grasshopper here. That's pretty cool. So I think it's a grasshopper. Frig, it's a big grasshopper, though. So let's go over this part of the map. And the map down here changes. It looks like more houses are up here, so I assume I'm going into a town of some sort. Oh, and there's more people over here. Definitely seem to have some nice character designs and artwork. I find one quick annoyance right away is as they talk and the words pop up, it keeps going, which would quickly get on a lot of people's nerves. Well, definitely a lot of good voice acting though. Cute little pair of twins there. Very interesting characters here, and we can even read the signs here. This is the shop apparently, so that's cool. And some townhouses. Another fishing spot here. Well, so far it seems a lot alike to many Harvest Moon games in the fact that the main goals are socializing with the villagers and gaining profit using your farm. So far though, I haven't seen your character actually owns a barn house or anything, so that may mean you have to buy it. Which means it's going to be a little hard to start out if you want to be a rancher. Yeah, it's definitely a part of the town area here. Oh, and here's the mayor that we were talking to earlier. He's the one that introduces us to the game and gives us the options of a tutorial and other things. So far the controls are smooth. The graphics are definitely nice for a DS game. Very, very nice for a DS game. You don't much see pretty good 3D graphics on DS games that often at all. But in some senses, the twitchy 3D trees, it seems like they're trying a bit too hard, which is definitely not a good thing. You want it to seem like you put effort into it, but not that you overdone it or anything. And they seem like they were trying a little too hard to be impressive in the graphics department, which will eventually help make them stand out, but even these trees down here kind of seem to twitch a little, which isn't that great when the screen moves. Seems like there's a general area you can explore, and there's a few blocked off areas at the beginning, which is kind of interesting, so that's cool. Gonna head up back to my house here. It's not too confusing. It's a little bit of a topsy-turvy environment, which means you can get lost, but you'll probably figure out your way with a couple glances at the map. You just gotta memorize, basically, the places you're used to. It seems like there's lots of room up here for stuff. Oh, it seems like there's a cliffside view or something here. That's pretty interesting. It seems like there's definitely a lot of detail put into this game, and Harvest Moon fan or not, it definitely seems worth a try. You got your house, and the loading time is actually not that bad at all, which is great, and it seems you actually do have like a barn or something in here. Yeah, and it's actually attached to your house, which is pretty neat. And you have like options to look at things, go back into your house here. You actually have a bathroom built in here. So you can actually use the restroom and get back stamina? So that's pretty interesting. It's actually interesting that they've incorporated going to the bathroom in a game. That's definitely something that's kind of neat. So, basically, Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar is definitely an interesting game. So, I think that I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. The graphics are probably a 6 out of 10. The music so far, well, slightly repetitive. It is kind of that kind of music that you don't mind. So I'd give that a 8 out of 10. So far the controls, oh, definitely a 10 out of 10. And so far it's staying true to the rest of the Harvest Moon games, which give you a good farming simulation and a good dating sim, and all wrapped up in one. So definitely try it out if you haven't. So that's the end of this review.
Things that bother you never bother me. Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.